is not what we're doing. This is your first and last time ever approaching me this way, talking to me this way. This is not going to happen. This is not going to be a continuous thing. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? One and done. Don't think you could try it again. It is your favorite girl, Chosen Princessa. Thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. Kisses to you all. You guys, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification so you can get notified when I release my latest video. You guys already know the drill. I love you so much for that. You guys, this year, 2024, we starting strong, and I honestly wanted to take some time to be more transparent with you guys. You guys have been loyal to me, rocking with me. It's been 3 years since I've had my channel, and I said, you know what? I want to pivot a little bit. I want to try doing something that I haven't done so much in the past versus what I plan on doing now. So this year, I want to go into reflecting on 2024 and how we're going into the new year and how strong we are standing. This video was inspired by Fumi de Saluvo. She did a video referring to putting respect on your name, and she went over some gratitude affirmations in her video, and we are going to read some of these, and I'm going to share with you guys how they apply to me. And I want to give some tips and my input on how I'm going in 2024, what it's going to be for me, and how we can connect as a community, because I love you guys so much, and I'm all about lifting, inspiring, positivity, creativity, anything that you love to do. I'm going to stand 10 tones down on that, and I want to really be standing on my stuff this year and not slack like I was in the previous years. And a lot of that came with insecurities, I'm not gonna lie, because I felt like my channel isn't growing. I felt like, well, what's the point of posting a video consistently because I'm not getting engagement? But I also want to change my mindset and just put it out there and connect. Those that it's gonna reach, it will land to, and we will connect. And not doubt myself. I'm not gonna lie, I had that moment. So we're gonna watch this together, you guys. And this is 20 ways on how to respect yourself. Stop looking for those who are not looking for you. That is number one. And honestly, like, I'm smiling because when I saw this list, it just hit me, and that just relates and resonates with the energy that I'm moving on. I've honestly been moving on this energy since last year, but this year definitely, like, I go where I'm loved and appreciated. I go and I surround myself with people who care about me genuinely, and the people who reach out to me who are actually trying to cultivate a relationship. So for me, it's all about reciprocity. And I feel like you shortchange yourself when you are surrounding yourself with inauthentic energy. And I don't want that for you. Neither do I want that for myself. So I definitely relate to that. And I really agree. Like, for sure, we got to do better. We got to step and not play about ourselves. We got to move like we are royalty on this earth. And when you move like you're royalty on this earth, whether you actually come from a line of royalty or not, people will respect you because they see the confidence you have in yourself. So with that being said, not surrounding ourselves with people who really generally do not rock with us is doing a disservice to ourselves. So you guys, that was number one. And I'm done looking for people who are not looking for me. And that's on period to the period. Cheers to that. Sipping on some coconut water, honey. Number two, stop begging. I don't beg. I say what I need to say one time, or if I ask a question, it's like, can you? And if it's a no, it's a no. If it's to ignore, it's to ignore. Never, ever, ever, ever in my life will I ever beg anybody. And I hope you guys are not begging. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't devalue yourself. Don't feel like you have to grovel for anyone's love, attention, money, resources, whatever it may be. Do not do that. Begging would not get you anywhere, because when you beg, people are going to look down on you and they're going to feel like you're beneath them, and you're not beneath anybody. Regardless of your situation, regardless of where you are at in life, what socioeconomic status you have. It doesn't matter. Do not beg for anybody, because the number one thing is respect. And when you beg, people don't respect you, and you don't command respect. And no matter what, always command respect wherever you go. Number 3, saying more than necessary. We've heard the age-old saying, silence is golden. Cause baby, the less you say, the more people are gonna wonder. You don't reveal all your cards. You don't tell people all your plans. Not saying to walk around super secretive, but have some privacy about your plans. Have some privacy about yourself. And also, you want to be cautious of who you share information to. I'm not saying that the people in your life are haters or everybody hates you and they want your life. All I'm saying is just be careful how you move in with stuff. If you have something super exciting news that you are so happy about, you can share it with like people if you want to. But for me, I'm not sharing nothing until it's set in stone. I'm not sharing nothing. And if I'm sharing it, it's to like my immediate tiny circle of less than 5 people. And that's how I'm moving if I choose to share. But these days, I'm guarding everything. Like, I'm guarding it like a secret treasure. And it's not because of the people around me. It's because I'm protecting everything that I'm working on. I'm protecting everything that I'm fighting for. I'm protecting these things, these secrets, like they're golden nuggets, rare jewels, because I just don't want to like jinx or like say something that's not already done. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to be about it. I want life and things to manifest and show in itself without me having to speak on it. And for me, there has been times where I was so excited. I just wanted to share news. I know a lot of you can relate. And I was just like too forward with what I was saying. And a lot of times things didn't go that way, or people had evil eye on it, and it didn't work out in my favor. I'm not saying that's you, but for me, honestly, I just, in a space now, my mindset is so different. I don't want to do that no more. I just want to hold on to things. I'll share things accordingly on how I see fit. And I would suggest that for you guys to do that as well. Like, share what you want, but those things where you like hold true and those things that are super valuable to you, just let them manifest and show forth in themselves before you spill it. The way you walk, the way you talk, and when things just start happening in life, people will see. It would be a testimony in itself. You don't have to say it, baby. Just hold on to it. Hold on to some things. Hold it like a secret treasure, my love, okay? So I don't know if we're going to go through all 20. I think I'll do 10 because I don't want to make this video too long. 4, when people disrespect you, confront them immediately. Immediately. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We are not like, oh, maybe. I know some people are not confrontational. And honestly, by nature, I'm not. But I had to be a little bit when it comes to respecting me. Because you're going to respect me, baby. Okay? I don't like to fight. I don't like to argue. But if I get disrespected, we're going to handle it. Because that's one thing I want people to realize with me. Don't play that with me. Don't disrespect me. And there was a time where I used to be a pushover. I was a people pleaser. I get it. Confrontation, we don't like that feeling, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're just like one of those free spirits that just want to be happy all the time. But baby, there's a time and a place for everything. If someone disrespects you, nip it in the bud. There's a way you can go about it. I'm not saying you have to get irate, belligerent, and like, you don't have to do all of that. But let them know. Let them know, listen, this is not what we're doing. This is your first and last time ever approaching me this way, talking to me this way. This is not going to happen. This is not going to be a continuous thing. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? One and done. Don't think you could try it again with me. You just set the tone, baby, because people respect you for sticking up for yourself. There are people who would try you just to see if you will defend yourself. There are people who would antagonize you over and over and pick, and they'll do it in different ways. Maybe not so direct, indirectly, whatever it is, nip it in the bud. You're not to be played with, my love, okay? We're not doing that. We're not stepping like that this year. We are leaving things in the past, We're moving differently this year. We're on a different energy. And honey, the energy that you desire comes to you. And how you move and how you carry yourself is how people will treat you. Like I said, keep your head up. You are a queen, you are a king. Move in it. They're not going around disrespecting kings and queens, are they? No. Or it's off with you. You know how it go. Number 5, don't eat other people's food more than they eat yours. Okay? So a lot of people are like, what does that mean? Like, are we talking about physical food, baby? We could be talking about physical, but I don't think this is physical. I think this means don't do more for people than they are doing for you. Simple as that. We heard of it, matching energy, meeting people where they are. And matching energy doesn't, and I know there's a conversation about matching energy. Matching energy doesn't necessarily mean that like you are lowering your vibration. Matching energy is meeting people where they are, okay? If you are not respecting me, or you are not continuously listening to the boundaries and respecting the boundaries that I set, I'm going to meet you there. Because I've talked to you multiple times. We've gone through this over and over again. No, we're not going to continuously do the back and forth. I'm going to meet you where you are. And that may come as a higher bye. That may be as you disassociating yourself with a particular person. Meet them where they are and act accordingly, okay? I'm not saying, like, I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not saying go crazy, knucking and if you bucking on people. What I'm saying is, do not eat more off of their plate. Don't do it. Reduce how often you visit someone, especially if they don't reciprocate. So pretty much go where you're accepted, and don't always like force yourself on a person is how I'm seeing this. Like if a person's not, like we spoke about, if a person's not checking for you, not saying to be super petty, but limit yourself. That's all it is. This is more so limiting yourself from the people who are not deserving of you, or even completely removing yourself from that situation. Don't show up at people's houses. Don't show up in people's lives and be more present for people than they are for you, my love. This doesn't necessarily have to just be physical, like actually going to their home. This is more so like in your life, your atmosphere, and your energy field. Do not do that. In my opinion, it's exhausting because then it turns into like a one-sided relationship. And one-sided relationships are draining because it feels like you're giving more and more and more. And I've been in situations like that where I'm like, you know what? I cannot pour more into somebody than they're pouring into me. We should be able to pour into each other, and this should turn into a beautiful, well-watered plant that was equally nourished from both ends. And if it's not your fault. It doesn't mean that you're the problem. It just means that sometimes you have to pull away and remove yourself out of people's lives. And that's a part of growth. That's a part of life. And it is what it is. The older you get, I've noticed, the less friends you're going to have. And that's okay. I'd rather have a small circle of friends, tiny, tiny, tiny circle of loyal riders, than a huge circle of friends who are not present for me, especially if you are present and you are being everything to them. It's not fair to you. Don't do that to yourself. That's a disservice. For real. And I love y'all. Don't do that. Number 7, invest in yourself. Make yourself happy. Be your own best friend. Be your own person. Meaning, I know a lot of us suffer with codependency. A lot of us rely on other people in our lives to make us happy. Happiness, I know all of this sounds so cliche, but happiness starts within. It starts with you, my love, beloved. It does. When you learn to like take yourself out for a drink or take yourself out to dinner, and people might think, oh my God, I can never go out by myself. I used to be like that, like, oh my God, I'm gonna look a loser. No, you're not. You're not. You go out, don't overthink it, just have a good time. That is self-care. That is self-love. Whether it's going out to dinner, taking yourself out to the movies, whatever you like to do, going to a paint and sip class, going to a pottery making class, I don't know, going shopping, doing things that you love to do, horseback riding, whatever it is, just spending time with yourself, investing in yourself, I think is one of the greatest currencies, because when you invest in yourself, maybe it is giving yourself a glow up. I'm I'm currently going through a glow up process right now. Be honest, I am. Like, different things. I made a list of different things that I'm going to go into a little bit later, not in this video, in the next video, of what I wanted to like tick off on my glow up. Like working out, fixing like dietary issues, or like fixing my imbalances with like my gut. I wanted to like do something different with my hair. I wanted to get my skin together, like tip top shape. Like there were so many things I wanted to do and that I'm working on little by little. My next one might be something like working on my wardrobe. It's just so many different things that you can do to invest in yourself. And not to say you have to overwhelm yourself and do it all at one time. Of course not. Like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Do what you can at the momentum you can do it. And then at the end of the day, you know, if you do little by little, every couple of weeks, every week you do something, or maybe every month you could do something. By the end of the year, going to next year, it's like, wow, I really accomplished a lot of what I wanted to do as far as self-investment. And I got like most of it done off my list, or I finished the list. Number 8, stop entertaining people who gossip about other people. My love, gossiping is low vibrational. I know we love to like peruse on like, a lot of people like to go on the gossip sites and stuff like that, but honestly a lot of that is low vibrational because it puts you in a lower state. And like the famous quote goes, small minds discuss other people and brilliant minds discuss. I'm slicing up that quote, but you know how it goes, that one. So instead of talking about other people, align yourself with people who want to talk about things that are meaningful. Like maybe join a book club where you guys can discuss different book topics. Join like a art painting class. Join like a meetup group where you guys can connect on like golfing, like ladies that love to golf. Just different things you can do to occupy your time and to keep your mind actively working and thirsting for more knowledge. Like there's other things we could do in our life besides sit around and gossip and just engage in low energy. When we can lift each other up, we can surround ourselves with people who want to uplift one another and do positive things in this world. This world is already really, really, really dark, and we don't want to continue to aid in that. And then gossiping about other people, it's not nice, because who wants to be gossiped about? Nobody. It's not a good feeling. I know people are like, well, who cares about what people think? I know people say that, but deep down inside, a lot of people do care about what people think. And when someone picks at you, gossips about you, it's not a good feeling. Be that energy. Show up as that energy that you want shown in your life, pretty much. Number 9, think before you talk. 80% of how people value is what comes out of your mouth. That list is actually on point. Like, a lot of it is so relatable because as I'm going through this mind shift change, I'm not on that, oh, new year, new me. It's more so like I was realizing things in 2023, and now that I'm in the new year, I'm just like moving a different way. Like, I'm just like, yeah, last year was about gratitude and thinking about so many different things. This year is about activation and being real active on that and changing and being a better person, or enhancing who I was, not necessarily being like a new body, like a new individual, but more so maybe renewed is what I'm on. And 80% of how people treat you or perceive you is about what comes out of your mouth. That is true. From the first time you meet somebody, what do they see? Your appearance, and they hear your voice. That's how people connect. So it's good to think of how you speak and what you're going to say, and slow down. That's my thing that I'm working on. I talk so fast, I'm trying to get it all out. No. I'm working on talking slower and letting my words marinate so that people can really understand and connect with what I'm saying. It's a process, but that's something I've definitely been working on, like slowing down and thinking a lot more about what I'm going to say. And there was a time where I was like overly worried about how I was being perceived. And I feel like that's another thing, that's something I'm working on too, is not worrying about what people think of me or how I'm being perceived, but speaking eloquently, working on that, enhancing myself, slowing down on my speech and how I speak, and really engage in meaningful conversations that have meaning, and moving with that queendom energy. Number 10, always look your best. Dress the way you should be addressed. Yes, honey. That is so true. I know that we've had conversations, like, when I say we, like social media, like the bonnet, no bonnet debate, or going out looking busted and crusted and disgusted. Who cares? Like looking bummy, wearing sweats. Listen, I can't tell people what to do. And I'm not saying like I'm looking high fashion and I'm a glamour doll every time I leave the house. But one thing I make sure to do is look presentable when I leave the house, because you never know who you're going to run into. Not saying, oh, I'm going to leave the house, I'm going to meet. Like, it's not even about like meeting a man or meeting somebody that you may want to date. It's just people respect you and they address you the way you're dressed. So if you look put together, and that could be little things. I'm not saying you have to be designered out. Let's be realistic here. But just clean, like things that are like should be known, like clean clothing, lint-free clothing, like, you know, like no stains, you know, hairbrush, like just look presentable. But if you want to be addressed, you want to be addressed a certain way, and you don't want to be addressed in like a respectful manner, or you don't want to be addressed like at all, then do you. But honestly, I leave the house. I don't know if it's a Libra thing. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just me as a person. I'm not one of those people that want to blame everything on. Just be presentable. Present yourself the way you want to show up in the world. So if you don't want to show up together, then that's on you. But for those that do, just dress yourself, just carry yourself the way you want to be addressed. Present the way you want to show up in the world with a positive attitude, happiness, joy, and just looking your very best. Not saying you have to run out and buy designer clothes, not saying you have to have this set of clothes, that set of clothes. Just do what you can do and what you love to do and love to wear, but just show up as truly yourself and show up as a way you want to. Stay tuned for part 2, because we have 10 more to go, totaling 20. I'm not gonna put all that in one video for you guys. I want you guys to stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for joining me with this catch-up, life update, how we're moving, how we're stepping, how we're feeling in 2024. You guys, drop a comment telling me what you think of the first 10. Is any of it relatable to you? Which one do you resonate with the most? And how are you feeling about 2024? How are we stepping up? How are you presenting? How are you going to be in 2024? And which of the top 10 that was listed and that we discussed is what you are feeling like and understanding, relating to? Whatever it is, just let me know. Comment below. I want to hear from you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you can stay tuned when I release my latest video. And hit the like button. Show your girl some love. And please share. And please subscribe. I want to get monetized this year, you guys. Help me. I'm trying to stay consistent. I will be consistent is what I should say. Consistency is key, and that's what I'm working on. And you guys, I want to bring you some fire content, so much amazing goodies in store, so much transparency videos, one-on-ones. We're talking to each other. I'm looking in your eyes, like we are connecting. Okay, love you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.